Look on the screen. Another black woman is gone. They don't have any suspects, but when it's in the BC, more than likely it's somebody who looks like you and me. Someone who's, I hate to say it, is more than likely, and that could be wrong. It could be Dusty Dan, Dusty Jesus, Mr. Wong, anyone. But more than likely, the way black women are killed every 5.5 hours, it's more than likely another a black man in most cases. And I wish I was wrong, but that's just the painful reality. This is where we are. What was she doing when she was killed? Looking for a parking space, working as a hairstylist, an entrepreneur. That's what she was doing. So let's see. You can't order pizza and wait for food to come. You get kidnapped and robbed. You can't look for a parking space. You can't sit in your car. You get pregnant by them, you might end up killed for sure. You can't lay in your bed, watch TV at home. You might get robbed or breaking and entering. You can't be at the traffic light. You might get carjacked. Welcome to Blackistan. Survive if you can. Let's check it out, people. Fair use.
Tamiko Talbert was constantly on the other end of her sister's phone.
We talked every day, throughout the day, in between phone calls, text messages.
She was your person.
She was my person. We raised our kids together. So, yeah, this is very hard.
Early Friday morning before dawn, her family says Tamiko Talbert was doing what she's done every Friday morning for years.
She do her same routine every Friday and Saturday, early at the crack of dawn, so she could get into work and get out.
What'd she do?
She was a hairstylist. She had the early bird clients that come early, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
As Talbert looked for a parking space, police say a dark Dodge Durango pulled alongside her car at 71st and Artesian, fired, and sped off.
My big sister, she called, and she was just sounding broken. I couldn't even, get my brain to wrap around what she was telling me.
She's been going to the same salon for over 20 years. She's never had a problem, ever. Everybody in that area knew that this is what she does.
At least 10 people were shot and killed in Chicago last week, including two 14-year-old boys and a pregnant mother shot and killed while sitting in her car just a few miles from where gunmen hit Tamika Talbert early Friday morning. Days.
What does that tell you about the community? What does that say about the community? Like a war zone. And who's doing most of it? The most uneducated and highly incarcerated group of men. They are killing out the mothers, the children. They're killing out generational wealth. Living in Blackistan is horrible. It is not, at this point. It's just not habitable. It's bad for your health. They do have a reward out for her, $15,000. I'm sure someone will hopefully will come forward. This is the start. I hate to say it, on the world stage, um, with all the violence and the dustiness and the dustinas and the mammies that are coddling these violent dust buckets, this group it's embarrassing. On the world stage, every day, we have a defining moment in the culture. And you want to say, oh, it's not our culture. The hell it is. It's how we do things and how we operate collectively, not individually, collectively. And one thing is at the very top, it's death. Dealing with the BC, it's rather deadly. Black people trying to live decently, trying to have something, trying to build something, you get killed. Dusties committing crimes, killing and stealing and robbing, killing the women and children. You get coddled. You get protected. They hide you out. And the dust buckets, there's so many of them, the good, decent people, we're just pretty much like an afterthought. We're like, oh yeah, it's three of them. But it's 10,000 dusties. Gee, what are the odds? And whether you want to face it or not, they are put in the face of Black America. This is how we operate. Every 5.5 hours, a Black woman is murdered, and I believe it. So many stories, hell, I can't keep up. So here, this thing, she's a beautician going to work, just had a high schooler, has a vehicle. In high school, 19-year-old girl, look up. How the heck she get robbed, get carjacked on the school campus? Can you imagine a 19-year-old girl and take the car? Gee, I wonder who it was. More than likely, little TT. And then the media sometimes they're trying to, they want to, everybody wants to be PC, politically correct. They don't want to say it was a young Black man. They'll say, well, a person was wearing blue tops and black pants. Call it out for what it is. Will they get embarrassed and stop? I would love for that to happen, but I'm guessing not. So another Black woman gone. I'm guessing by the hands of Tyrone. I could be wrong. Either way, no, it's an evil homicidal dusting. I hope it's not an inside job or a setup. Please, Lord, I hope not. Given that she had a routine, I'm hoping not. Nothing was taken. Just pull up beside her and just start shooting. She wasn't pregnant. She's married, grown children. I'm hoping it was not an inside job. But hopefully, with the reward, we'll get more details. Speaking of the reward, let's go ahead and get to that. Fair use. Rest in peace, Queen. Fair use. Here she is again, Tamiko Talbert.
Tamiko Tolbert, rather, was a mother of 6, a grandmother of 13, and of course, as you mentioned, her husband spoke out today, devastated. So many in the community came together to not only remember her, but to also pass out flyers and asking anyone with any information about her death to come forward. Chicago police, they also need your help trying to find answers. Authorities say someone in a dark-colored Dodge Durango pulled next to Talbert's car and shot her Friday morning. Authorities say the 49-year-old woman was looking for a parking spot at 71st and Artesian at the start of her shift as a hairstylist. Today, loved ones and friends, they hit the street for answers. Her husband says he hasn't slept since.
I can't go to sleep at night. I keep everything in the room, I powder in the bed to make me think she's laying next to me, just to touch something.
Cook County Board President Tony Preckwinkle says the county saw more than 1,000 homicides last year. Now, 23% of those were women. That is double the previous year.
At the county level, we're working to address the root causes of violence through investments in violence prevention and other services that discourage at-risk residents from becoming involved in crime and violence.
And right now, in this case, there's a $15,000 reward that will lead to an arrest. Now we're reporting live on the city's south side.
So again, a $15,000 reward has been announced. I hope that someone comes forward. And like I said, I'm thinking like nothing was stolen. They didn't rob her purse or anything. Just wanted her dad, it seems. It appears. I hope it wasn't a hit on this woman's life. Let's check and see if there's any life. She's a business person. Let's see if there's any life insurance. Another 5.5 hours. Every 5.5 hours, a Black woman is murdered. And where? in the Black community. We've heard it before by Malcolm. Least respected, most unprotected. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. I'm out. Tamika Talbot, rest in peace.